All right, so 2 thrillers have ended in this Super Sunday encounter that
One
we have
roster
had.
and won this game.
No, one took place at Haibeha. I know you're going on a leave, but I can soon cancel that also.
Last time
it's on camera now.
No. Last
You
time
heard it from me.
No.
Shashwat is planning to go on a leave,
That's
but that
not-
has been cancelled now.
No. Last time we told that I'm going on a leave. You know what happened after that. So let's not tell anyone that I'm going.
That make the announcement very carefully now.
Yeah.
I've
Take
made it.
back. You can take it back.
Please take it back.
I'm not taking it back.
See, the last time I went, I wasn't able to come back.
He asked for it. See, you are like a typical this year. Oh, last time it happened, dusri bar hua. I mean, are you lightning? You're like, you should think you're like lightning.
Shouldn't be once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah, you should be like lightning. Lightning never strikes the same place twice unless your kundli is so bad that it does
Never say
happen.
never.
Now you're talking about Kundalini.
Never say never.
Never say never. But then look, anyway, if it doesn't happen, then what can we do about it? Naseeb. It's all Naseeb. That is what this.
Naseeb was there with South Africa today.
Yes, and also with New Zealand because New Zealand managed to win by 5 runs in the second T20I that happened at Dambulla.
Phillips.
Glenn Phillips, 3 wickets in the final over.
Together they make life better.
Yeah.
No, I asked this to you upstairs also. I'll ask you again. They first went to Sri Lanka, played a test series there. Came to India, played a test series here. Now went to Sri Lanka, back again. Now they are playing ODIs and then T20.
Yeah.
T20Is and ODIs.
With their
yes.
C team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again.
It is. So, here in Haibeha, South Africa were behind the curve for most parts. Varun Chakaravarthy took a 5-wicket haul, 125. It looked like it could be defended, but no. Good news for Delhi Capitals, guys. Because
I was about to say that.
Tristan
I was
Stubbs.
about to say
Stubbs,
that.
my man.
Because, while we were talking about this being a series where many South Africans, it becomes an opportunity for them to impress the IPL owners, it is also the same platform which then becomes an opportunity for players who've been retained to showcase to the franchise owners that they have, or repose the faith that the franchises have shown in them. Tristan Stubbs has done that today, and while I was closely watching, we all were, deep down I was thinking, okay, this is a Delhi Capitals boy doing the goods, but of course harming the Indian team as a result.
Well, a Delhi Capitals guy stood up, but your Sunrisers Hyderabad peak retention has not fired, and he's looked clueless against Varun Chakravarthy. Today he
Third
fell
dismissal in front of him.
6th, I think. 6th time I think he's dismissed.
To Varun Chakravarthy.
I think, no, wait. I think it's the 3rd time he's dismissed.
Third time.
Third
Not
time.
sixth. I don't think they're faced.
No,
with
I'm
Hyderabad.
talking about all T20s.
Okay. No, I was just talking
All
about
T20s.
T20Is.
SRH versus KKR and also this. So that is, I think, but then I might be wrong. So Tristan Stubbs is 47 and Gerald Coetzee's 19 of 9 has ensured that South Africa have kept themselves alive. The series is drawn 1-1. 3-wicket win. I mean, I told you, it will not be an easy chase. They will somehow conspire to ensure that, okay, it's a close game, but somehow South Africa had the reverse of Barbados, won by 3 wickets this time around. But that's
But I think
another.
Gerald Coetzee's runs were more impactful and more important in that sense because till then it was run a ball. They did not have too many wickets in hand. But those quick-fire runs that he got, I think that took the South African team over the line. Did not let them choke.
And you're talking about spinners. Look at how the spinners did. I mean, Varun Chakravarthy 5 for 17, Ravi Bishnoi, if I'm not mistaken, 1 for 21. But why not so many overs for Akshar Patel? I mean, just go down. I mean, how many overs?
Only 1 over.
Only 1 over.
That's where I think Surya Kumar's
Same happened
captaincy
last
was
time, same
baffling.
1 over for 8 runs.
8 runs, 2 overs, 10 runs in 2 games. Why on earth is he not giving him so many overs?
And when he gets to bat, he gets unlucky.
He gets unlucky.
Scores crucial runs, gets an unlucky dismissal.
Today, Arshdeep again in the death over, somehow he managed 19th over in that game versus, or 18th over versus South Africa and Barbados. Here he struggled. So that is why I think.
Just an off day for him.
It
More
was an
often than
off
not,
day,
he's on. on
But Hardik
mark.
Pandya, 3 overs, none for 22. Avesh Khan not bowling his full quota. I mean, somewhere down the line, I think when the spinners were doing you so well, 6 for 38 in 4 overs. Why didn't you
I
want
think
to give?
Akshar Patel could have been a good option against both Coetzee and Tristan Stubbs being a left arm spinner,
But in the
angling in
depth,
both of them.
the depth.
Still, I think there was a time when you really trusted with a certain Akshar Patel in the death overs also, before you wanted to try out Arshdeep Singh, Hardik Pandya for that matter, specifically in the T20 World Cup. So his usage as a bowler, I think bowler is something that surprises me. I think this is something that's very common with both Surya Kumar Yadav and Rohit Sharma, that both of them as captains, I think they trust Akshar Patel the batter more than Akshar Patel the bowler, and that's I think a continuous trend that you have seen under both captaincy. Specifically, more it was under Rohit.
No, but I think if we just talk about spinners by quality, I think he was third in line in that sense. He's more of an all-rounder, whereas Ravi Bishnoi and Varun Chakravarthy are spinners. But then it was between Hardik and Akshar Patel. Maybe you could have given 1 over of Hardik to Akshar Patel just to check that what is the ball actually doing. But I think it was too late till then.
Yeah, I mean, the underutilization of Akshar Patel is a big mystery. I don't know why you're not giving him too many overs. You may say conditions in South Africa, but conditions in South Africa have been pivotal to spinners. I mean, look at in the previous game also. Chakravarthy, Bishnoi, both fired. Same Chakravarthy and Bishnoi fired. Then, are you trusting your pacers to do most of the job? Because Avesh Khan and Hardik Pandya bowled 3 overs. So, it didn't go the distance. You gave Arshdeep the entire quota. You could have taken some overs off Hardik Pandya. I mean, Hardik Pandya could have been your power play bowler 1 over and then given the rest to Akshar Patel. What is the need for him to just bowl 1 over? Not to a token change of ends at this point.
And I'm still surprised, talking about mystery, I'm still surprised Varun Chakravarthy hasn't been tried in the power play till now.
Yeah.
That's also very surprising.
No, you know why? Even in the IPL, they were not willing to give him the power play. Because I think he's not confident bowling in the power play.
I think his bowling style also, I don't know, maybe doesn't, the change that he's gotten since, this is Varun Chakravarthy 2.0, the first one that was in 2021 who played the World Cup as well. This Varun Chakravarthy, I think he's more reliant on the, he's not darting it in, he's giving it some air, he's giving some time to the ball, he's making it turn more. So maybe that's a very big reason that this style is not that suitable for power plays. So yeah.
Could be, yeah. See, the way he got rid of David Miller today, it was a peach. He managed to get it to drift in, but then it just straightened the hint. You just need to spin away or spin in a touch. Yeah. That is enough to ensure the batsmen are caught in 2 minds. So, Varun Chakravarthy at this point in time, 5 for 17, he really bamboozled the South Africans. Absolutely. And Bishnoi skidding it through, darting it through, which Akshar Patel also does. He darts it through, keeps it wicket to wicket. Could have shaved some overs of the pacers and given more to the spinners. Say for example, Avesh bowling 1 more over would have worked. Then Akshar bowling the remainder of the 3. Hardik not wanting to bowl this time around. I mean, Hardik also 22 runs he conceded, but he looked least effective amongst the lot. So, Arshdeep looked good, but then again in the death overs he faltered. But now this brings me back to the question, okay, the bowlers tried their best. You can't fault them for their effort, but the top order failure and Hardik's batting.
But I think, I think Surya the captain missed a trick over here as well, because see, if Bishnoi can bowl the 16th over and he bowls a decent one, the 17th over I think was then bowled by Avesh.
Yeah.
So again, and that's where, Avesh and then Arshdeep again bowled the successive over. I think there was perhaps room, given how the pitch was aiding the spinners. Perhaps you could have gone with a second over for Akshar Patel, but I think he went in with the convention that no, death bowling has to be done by the pacers.
No. I think Akshar Patel could not have been the right option. You know why? Because he's again somebody who doesn't dart the ball much, but he doesn't have any backup option. If he's taken to the cleaners once, then I think after that he's no plan to fall back on. He can just play with his line and length then, but nothing else. As in, he doesn't have any other trick up his sleeve.
He can get the subtle movement, and I think on this pitch you would have gotten that little movement.
Very risky.
No, the last time Akshar was bowled in the death, it was Barsabara.
Yeah.
India versus Australia.
Exactly.
But there
where Glenn Maxwell scored that 100.
And if I'm not mistaken, Matthew Wade also chipped in.
Yeah.
But there the dew factor was so much. That's why you couldn't, it was risky bowling Akshar Patel.
But Akshar Patel, since time immemorial.
Now, again, I was coming to that only. In the death overs, even in the IPL, you go back about 6-7 years
I was
ago.
going there only.
MS Dhoni will tell you, like, you can't defend, he couldn't defend 23.
24, yeah, 23.
That's the problem.
I was
2017.
coincidence. I was a ball
16.
boy in that game.
16 was it?
Yeah.
You was a?
I was a ball boy in that game.
Oh! So you saw the magic of MS
Arre,
Dhoni then.
not just the magic of MS Dhoni, I even heard the conversation of Murli Vijay and Akshar Patel before Akshar Patel went in to bowl that final over.
That match was held in
Vizag.
Vizag.
Vizag,
Yeah.
Vizag, yeah. So that is why
He
Akshar
was not interested to bowl that over. This much I can tell you.
Now, even prior to that, I mean, if you look at Barsapara, he struggled. Okay, this is just last year I'm talking about, 2023. So, and even in that T20 final, I think he bowled in the 15-16th over somewhere
did.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. When Henrik Klaasen took him to
He
the
bowled the
cleaner.
16th over.
16th
Yeah, where he
over.
was hit that back foot punch 6 over cover.
It was perhaps memories of that.
Yes.
See, Klaasen was removed by then.
No.
No, Klaasen.
Klaasen only hit him now.
Yeah.
24
Saying
runs.
right now.
Yeah.
Right now. But maybe you feared the same treatment could be meted out by a Tristan Stubbs.
Stubbs or a
See,
Katseya.
both
Yeah.
ways. He would have known his tricks and the other way around as well. So maybe that is why risky proposition. But Arshdeep again, we saw him deliver the goods on the 29th
Yep,
of June.
he did.
However, today he wasn't able to replicate that.
Now, this brings me to the question as to who started the whole thing. Okay, 124. The top order failure. We are not debating that. The top order failed 0-4-4. That was the top order for you. But on the other hand, Hardik Pandya's 39 of 45. Now that will raise some questions because he did not take too many singles in the 19th over, in the 20th over. He didn't have that much of a confidence in Arshdeep Singh.
Yeah. Is it true? I was reading something on social media. Did he tell Arshdeep and was this?
You enjoy from the other end.
Because social media has really picked it.
I really can't confirm it. Because I didn't listen to the stump mic on when they were showing it. I didn't listen to it, so I can't confirm it. But
and how did the 10 balls after that go? He managed 6 runs.
Yeah.
There were in total 7 runs scored, one of which was a leg by. Then there was a double and a boundary. That's how the next 10 balls
exactly. Went by. So imagine all those dot balls that came. You could have added 7-8 runs more. Why didn't Hardik Pandya rotate the strike more and give Arshdeep Singh maybe a streaky single, a streaky couple, or an edged 4? Could have increased it from 124 to a 135 or 140. See, basically, I don't understand. If it's a test match, I can understand. You want to protect your batter in tough situations. Okay, I can understand you're not farming the strike. You farm the strike and you don't rotate it. But it's a T20I. It's a lottery format anyways for batters. And this is the same Arshdeep who chipped in with a valuable 19 against Pakistan in New York. So what forced Hardik Pandya to not give the strike? I understand. Collapse happened. Nobody could anchor.
I think we'll have differing opinions on that. We'll start with Shashwat.
See, I'm fine with
Was he
that.
right in retaining?
Yeah. I'll be very honest. See, again, I think he was right because more often than not, we have seen that now very frequently that batters do tend to do that because they have more faith in themselves as far as clearing the boundaries concerned. Nothing to take away from Arshdeep. Even today, he had that hit that sweep shot for a 6, a great shot. We have seen him do that earlier also, and that's a very big reason he has gotten promoted over a Ravi Bishnoi also in the batting order. But again, I feel if Hardik Pandya would have hit a couple of sixes, we would not have been talking about this.
But he didn't hit it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm ready to take these percentages and these risks in a T20I game, and I'm fine with that.
Okay. I think first of all, he was the last recognized batter left. So that's where obviously he made a judgment call. Now in hindsight, if I have to say this thing, I think it wasn't really the best of the decisions. Because had Arshdeep maybe, got a few singles here and there and the final target for South Africa, say, would have been around 130, 135-ish, I think things could have been completely different. Because when you are 66 for 6 and chasing 124, you can still smell victory. But then when you are 66 for 6 and chasing 135 or 140 odd, things can be completely different. So just from that perspective, in hindsight, I think just maybe Hardik Pandya could have shown a little more faith in Arshdeep Singh. We talk about the fact that Akshar Patel's dismissal was slightly unlucky because had he stayed, at the crease for about a couple of more overs, who knows, South Africa would have been chasing 145, something that I said in the mid-match show also. But now, another maybe missed opportunity for India. few singles from Arshdeep, more trust by Hardik Pandya in him, things could have been completely different. It could have been 2-0.
Yep.
No,
I think I agree with the Shashwat and I disagree with the two Siddharths because
for a change.
I'm Shashwat and I am not on the same.
No,
page
you are
most
in the
times.
elite company of agreeing with a former Test cricketer.
And Delhi Capitals, you finally agree upon something.
But my point being, given the pedigree of the two individuals who were there in Hardik and Arshdeep, there's nothing wrong in Hardik backing himself. And we've seen that from Hardik in the past as well, where he has, I can't again remember the match, but this visual stays in my mind, where he's denied singles and he's lifted his hand as well and shown it to the person on the other side that he's not taking that single. And he's finished the job as well for the Indian team in that swagger with which he plays at times. Today, the swagger was perhaps there, the confidence was there, the execution wasn't there, and this is where questions have to be asked. I don't think there was anything wrong with Hardik Pandya backing himself and believing that he could clear the ropes because percentage-wise, there was always going to be 10x more chances of him doing that than Arshdeep. We know Arshdeep can whack the ball a fair distance, but that's all that he knows as well. It's either hit or miss. It's clear the boundary or you go back to the pavilion. That's the approach that Arshdeep has. So with that kind of player on the other side, I think there was nothing wrong in Hardik backing himself. But 10 balls is a big margin, is a big sort of a sample there that you have so many hits and so many misses as well. The swing was there, but he was never able to get back to ball on a couple of times as well. So I think Hardik, floundered over there and the onus stops on him.
See,
but again, I don't think on those 10 balls, even if the single strike was rotated, how many runs would have it made a difference of? You're saying 10, 12
runs?
No, I don't think so. That would have been the case.
10,
that,
15.
That would, yeah, exactly.
See,
No, no,
19
not
dot
10
balls
runs.
is 5 overs.
This is Arshdeep. We are saying about Arshdeep having one of the most ideal days with the bat.
No, I'm saying 19 balls were dot in the last 5 overs. Okay, 5 overs. And when did he come out to bat with 4.4 overs remaining, which was close to 28 balls. Okay, so I am just saying that Hardik would have come with a plan. Okay, I know that my batting is only till number 7, which brings me to later on, which I will say. Why is the management persisting with 7 batters? You know that template is gone. Okay.
Exactly.
8 batters, like what you pointed, that is another debate altogether.
See,
that's why you
I'm
wanted
just
to get
looking
in
at
batters who can bowl.
Arshdeep, again, you look at Arshdeep's highest score in T20 internationals, it is 12 runs.
Against Pakistan.
Yeah, 12 runs. So, for a batter who has 12 as this thing, and let's look at his average, 9.6 is his average in T20 internationals.
And he's gone not out so many times.
Exactly. So again, does that, again, these numbers only tell me that Hardik made the right decision because you don't know whether you get those 9 runs as well from Arshdeep or not.
You know, see, this is T20 is a lottery format, okay?
Yeah.
Those 12 runs gave you that victory. It was Pakistan. I'm not saying Arshdeep would have had about, 15 runs. He would have had his highest T20I score. No, I'm not saying that. A single, a 2, here or there, rather than playing on 19 dot balls. What I am saying is, you could have trusted your partner a bit more. Hardik, every single time that plan won't come, I will only back, I will go for the big hits.
No,
today South Africa came with a plan.
Now you're talking in hindsight also.
No. Where are the
I'll tell you why.
Was there enough support did he have? Also, by the way, if it wasn't for him, yes, a slower knock in comparison to what we would have liked, and by his own standards as well, 39 or 45, I believe. He was the one who helped you get past 120 as well. Yeah. The idea was to maximize Siddharth. And was he guaranteed support at the other end? No.
But and who are you going to back more?
Again,
now you're talking in hindsight.
No, not about
10 runs would have made a difference.
No.
But would you go for those 10 runs or would you go for making them 25-30? For that,
firstly, it wasn't on hindsight. I'll tell you why. Look at the lengths that South Africa bowled to Hardik Pandya today. Look at the lengths.
Lack of length.
Now, when he is not connecting, he himself was not connecting. doesn't it then make sense to disrupt the rhythm then of the bowlers of beat anyway?
Yeah. That's
So
right. That's right. But
singles will
again,
not
a
disrupt the rhythm.
No,
It might.
he's right. That might,
Some
yeah.
singles will also, Arshdeep, like, do you really think a single would have disrupted
And see,
the rhythm?
you're talking about
Boundaries
10, 12
is the
runs
way.
in singles. Okay,
Boundaries
what I'm
disrupt
trying
the
to say
rhythm,
is,
not singles.
now we're talking in
A
high.
streaky 4, an inside edge to
That's
third man
too
for
much,
4,
too much
a fine
hypothetical
leg.
situation.
Riding your luck.
That's what.
You're riding your luck.
You are looking at that factor also.
It's like saying, you know what, I think a Hardik Pandya staying on strike had higher chances, and there was
Exactly.
a huge upside to Hardik being on strike
And that's-
than there being a downside.
But
of
that
him
is
being
the
away.
luck of the draw. Some days, if Arshdeep would have stuck along and rotated the strike, I'm only arguing for the fact that 124 for 6 could very well have been 135 for 6.
But it could have been
it was not-
145 also.
It might not have influenced the result.
It could also have been by the way that
145.
Hardik got stranded at the other end, and whatever, there were 3-4 wickets gone with Hardik being at the other end. That also.
See, because see, 39 or 45. If you look at it totally, when we have criticized all other slow knocks, and so we have said that, okay, he's at least got us to that total.
Yeah.
Somewhere down the line, I think we may be missing the point, because a 39 or 45, in any ways, with the kind of strategy and blueprint he had, it did not fulfill the objective.
Yeah.
And this is not in hindsight. We were saying, oh, I think they are 15-20 runs under par. Even despite this knock. And looking at the plans that South Africa came out today with Hardik Pandya, nothing was in the arc. Whatever was in the arc, he hit it. They bowled back of the lane, slow delivery. Who better than his Mumbai Indians teammate Gerald Coetzee to exploit it? Came round the wicket, tightened the angles. So when you are saying, okay, main karunga, but then even I am also not doing it, then there might have been a bit of a problem.
But those 12 runs that could have come by singles, Hardik was backing himself to get those on 2 deliveries.
But that is the problem.
That what didn't happen.
Every time it won't work.
More than, I think we've talked enough about Hardik. I want to talk about Abhishek.
I know, but then
I want to
whatever
talk
has
about
We talked about him
happened, the
in-
damage
when
what has
with
happened,
your
it can
views.
just sidetrack that. The damage has already happened because your top order was a disaster yet again.
Yeah, I want to talk about the top order.
Yeah.
Sanju Samson, we touched upon earlier as well, how, you know, he's been guilty in the past of giving you those excellent knocks, scores back-to-back tons.
He was
and
due
then,
a failure.
As Siddharth says, was due a failure. Inconsistency has been perhaps the hallmark of this talented player.
I won't
But
use
I
that
want to
word
talk
yet.
about, because we talked in great detail and great depth about Sanju Samson, we've been raving about him. Let's talk about Abhishek Sharma.
Oh, yes.
Because I was looking at his numbers, 170 runs in 9 matches. That's what in 9 T20 internationals that he's played. We all know that he got that 100 in Zimbabwe.
70
To
runs in the
take-
next 8 innings.
Exactly, which is not a good reading for any player, especially one that is planning to become a contender as far as that opening slot is concerned, is also looking at being somebody being considered as the second fiddle to a Yashasvi Gill or Yashasvi Samson, whatever it is. Now there is a genuine opening slot available. Rohit Sharma has retired. You need to be stamping your candidature.
Ruturaj is waiting.
There is a Ruturaj who's waiting. There's plenty others as well in the pipeline, but he's letting go of precious chances because you manage only 70 runs in 8 innings. If I take that 100 out, his average has taken
8.75.
a massive hit. And perhaps, if I was to say, I think now really for Abhishek Sharma, alarm bells are truly ringing.
See, what will hurt him the
and his
most?
dismissals, might I add. His dismissals, you look at the dismissals, rash shots at times, uncalled for. Yes, I know the template is to go aggressive, is this gung-ho approach that has been embedded in this Indian team. He very well embodies it, but execution is all that is what is going to be expected. Intent and everything as far as literature is concerned is good, in terms of theory is good, but you need execution as well. So he's letting go of precious chances, I believe, Abhishek.
See, as far as numbers are concerned, I again, with such players who are such impactful players, I wouldn't read too much into the numbers, because as far as Sanju Samson is concerned, if we just take out the 2 centuries that he scored back to back, he also had very ordinary numbers, 160 runs in the last 9 innings. So numbers with such players, be it Sanju or Abhishek, I'm not going to read too much, because one innings will just change their numbers
Shashwat,
altogether.
70 runs,
Yeah,
8 innings.
I'm getting to that. But the problem with this, I mentioned this earlier also, we had a very long discussion on Abhishek in the mid-inning show, where I also mentioned that I feel he's just trying to overdo stuff that he doesn't need to do, because he's a batter who naturally, if he just bats the way he bats, he can play at a strike rate of 180 without doing anything extra, without making that extra effort. But the problem is he's trying to convert that 180 strike rate into a 200 strike rate because of the reputation that he carries with himself, and that's what he's known for, and that is visible in his innings a lot. Because again, you cannot be what he's trying to do is overdoing it. We talked about I think said this, that he's getting done by the extra pace. I think that's not the case. I think he's rushing into the shots. That's what I think.
I think with Abhishek Sharma, what he really needs to do is that sometimes going back to traditional or textbook cricket is not really a bad thing at all. I completely understand the point that this Indian cricket team, the batters, they want to, be right on the money from the word go for your shots. But then sometimes in these tough conditions wherein there is going to be extra bounce, South Africa are really known for such kind of conditions. There can be some spice in the pitch for the first couple of overs. Why not just play the waiting game and then go for your shots? Because any which ways, if you are to play a big knock as an opener, staying around for first couple of overs, it does make sense, because then any which ways, even if you get around 10 or 15 runs in the first couple of overs, you can still get to 220 or 230 if you settle in.
So the conditions going against him, because the Hyderabad pitch is often quoted on social media that he's missing the Hyderabad pitch. So would you say it's down to the conditions, or it's more to do with poor shot selection and perhaps a little bit of rash play?
Rash play and poor shot selection. The conditions have nothing to do with it. No. I mean, see, he missed 3 golden opportunities in India to capitalize. Those pitches were flat.
Yes.
Delhi, Gwalior, Hyderabad, all were flat. Okay. It was the Bangladesh batters who ensured that it was made to look worse. But apart from that, the India batters, they had all chances to ensure that they went gung-ho. Abhishek didn't capitalize. And there is a stat to I think 11 balls.
Yeah.
47
isn't the stat? We made this a stat.
Yeah. He's only twice has he played more than 10 balls.
Because I wanted to know.
This must be there.
No. We wanted to know basically how many times has he touched double digit balls. It's just happened twice.
Yes.
Whenever he's played more than 11 balls, he's made it.
Today, Abhishek Sharma had a chance. He got a decision overturned on review. But what happened after that? Again, he fell playing a rash shot, fetching a short delivery wide outside off and then top edging it.
That was, I think, poor shot, because I'm not too sure if it called, the batter to go for the shot that he went for ultimately.
3 times. I'm not 47, 11.
I'm absolutely not going to criticize the way he's playing, or I'm not even going to call it rash playing, or he should be playing the waiting game, because that's not what we wanted in T20 cricket. That's the exact approach. This is the exact approach we've been craving for since so long in T20 cricket, and that's absolutely fine. It's just that he is overdoing it. He doesn't need to overdo it. That's the only thing, because he is naturally that sort of a player who likes to be aggressive. So when you're already that, it's looking as if he's trying to tear the ball apart and he wants to get 12 runs of one delivery. That's not going to happen. I want to make this comparison with Umran Malik. With Umran Malik also, this was the case. I'll just tell you why I'm comparing both of them, because Umran Malik naturally had pace. Once he started, the buzz got created around him that there is pace. All he tried to do was generate more pace. Yeah. He forgot about line, he forgot about the length, he just wanted to just break the head of the batters. Then he forgot everything else, and it just went against him. That's exactly what Abhishek is also doing here. Because the buzz has gotten created, he overshadowed the Travis Head with the strike rate, with the hard hitting. Now he wants to hit 6 sixes in every over. That's not going to be possible. He just needs to play on the merit, just needs to play natural cricket, and I think that's the very small adjustment that needs to be done. Apart from that, as far as Abhishek is concerned, technically he is absolutely fine. He can play the aggressive game. We have seen that, but it's just that no need to overdo it, because otherwise he's going down the road of Umran.
See, the problem is he's had 8 innings against 2 of the more perceived weaker teams. He's had 8 innings, and Bangladesh, and you can consider them as the 2 weaker teams in white ball cricket when you have to look at it, in T20Is in particular. 100. Okay, and all the other instances, the common dismissal. Look at each and every one of them. Caught. 8 caught. one run out, one bowled.
Yeah.
And what does it mean? He's trying too hard. He's trying to clear the fence each and every time.
Tear the ball apart, he's trying.
So that is the problem.
Dhaga khulna, huh?
Dhaga khulna.
So again, against the two knocks in Durban and Haibeha, over the top, couldn't clear mid off.
Yeah.
Over the top, caught at fine leg. So there is a plan that each good team now will utilize, and it's only going to get much more difficult for Abhishek Sharma.
And teams know that if you're not throwing the ball in his radar, he uses his feet and gets to the pitch of the ball. And everyone is sort of starting to understand that. He doesn't need to overdo all these things. He's naturally a very good batter. He doesn't need to do all of these things, and he needs to understand.
You know, see the IPL, some bad decisions. Look at the Delhi Capitals vs SRH game on that road. Look at the decisions that were used. I mean, you got a spinner in the power play, getting it into the arc of both Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma. And look what happened. 6 overs, I think you crossed 100.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Every single time when Abhishek and Travis Head really made mincemeat of the attack, it was poor decision making. Look at the Lucknow Super Giants game. 9 overs, 167.
That's discrediting them a little bit. See what we saw in the IPL.
It needed skill to discredit them also. I mean, it needed skill to decimate the opposition plans.
Exactly.
It needed that skill. I mean, sustained hitting. Who would have thought 287, 277, 266? Why did justice for bowlers trend? Because for this. Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma really stole the show in IPL 2024. But when you are encountered with better planning and better bowlers, then I think you are starting to be found out. Abhishek might be reaching that zone, but now it's serious alarm.
See, I'm fine with the aggression. I think you need to be a little smart.
Yeah.
When that aggression is to be used. Aggressive play, again, shouldn't be confused with attacking every ball.
Yeah.
I cannot probably get runs for the first 2 balls. Third ball, I compensate, I go for a boundary. That's the way it's going to be. If I try and get a boundary every ball, which I think Abhishek is trying to do at the moment, this is where he's getting found out.
And in the whole IPL, we saw him score runs at a strike rate of 180, if I'm not wrong,
Yes.
during the IPL.
Yeah, 170, 180.
170, 180.
Did any one of us, even in one innings of his, get the impression that he's powering the ball? That was never the case. It was always his timing. Now he's trying to power the ball. That's not going to happen, na?
Yeah, so in that sense, yeah, I mean, that might have been there, but then the nature of the wickets also, 204.
Oh, yeah, not even 180.
204 was the strike rate. 350s with 42 sixes and 36 fours.
Not even 1-6 was a power shot.
Now,
He's not that sort of a batter again. Doesn't need to do
Now,
that. Power players are
see-
like Andre Russell at times, maybe. Faf, maybe.
no, not
No,
Faf.
Faf
No,
is not
no,
power.
not Faf.
He's a timer.
Maybe Sunil, he's in the Sunil Narayan.
Jake
group.
Fraser Megok.
No, he is. Yeah, Jake Fraser McGurk
Yeah,
again.
Stubbs.
More for power.
Yeah,
no,
Stubbs.
Stubbs
No,
not.
Stubbs, I think.
Power hitter.
Naren,
Naren. Okay.
Punch. He's a-
Narayan is, I mean, he's in the Abhishek Sharma, not stockily built, but then timing. Bang, just goes off. So,
Anyhow.
which is why the top order failure was the
How
prime
about
contributor.
Skipper Surya.
I mean, totally undone by a low dipping full toss.
Last time as well, I think we saw a strike rate of less than 100.
No, there was 21 of 17 balls, so slightly
21 of
above.
17 was it?
Yeah.
Wasn't vintage Surya, but yeah, he had a strike rate of over 100. It isn't.
I get that, you're disappointed by his performance. I'm sure he'll come good in the next T20.
Well, I'll have to see because see, Surya Kumar Yadav, after that Hyderabad knock, hasn't set the stage on fire.
Yeah.
Will definitely fire in one.
He should, but I think he's
That's
established.
with most of the players.
So much of sarcasm coming from Shivam. And
Exactly.
it doesn't surprise any
I
of
think
us.
he's taken it personally.
See, yeah, today, if you look at it, bad shots only let you down.
Yeah.
Samson's shot was terrible. Abhishek Sharma's shot was even more terrible. Surya Kumar Yadav totally undone. Tilak Verma had a good catch.
Oh, that
Yes.
was
Spectacular catch from
Batter
David
can't
Miller.
do
Yeah.
anything about
Akshar
it.
Patel,
Akshar Patel,
unlucky.
very unlucky. Rinku Singh, bad shot.
Hardik Pandya, scratchy.
Scratchy, but then every other, even the South Africans,
Yeah.
terrible shots. Except for David Miller, who got undone by a peach of a delivery from Varun Chakravarthy.
So,
But Varun Chakravarthy has
today,
truly
you know,
arrived.
Since again, I'll go back to the month of November last year. it happens in this month that there comes a time that you get reminded, or maybe it's that month where once in a while every batter will be made to look like a fool. It was Ben Stokes being made to look like a fool by Shami.
Shami, yep.
Today I thought it was Klaasen.
Oh, yeah.
He had no idea. Look at that dismissal.
Varun Chakravarthy has truly arrived. He was first got into the whole system way too soon, I think. 2000, when was it? When he was
2021.
No. When he came into the IPL for the very first time, Punjab
2018.
8.2 crores. He played just a game and then was dropped. Then came back again. So
2018,
definitely
that
Punjab,
season.
one thing they have definitely done well at some point that they got this talent.
I mean, they got an architect for 8.4 crores in their side.
Yeah.
Varun Chakravarthy was a budding architect, so that's why he's slowly building his base for.
But he's definitely, I think, anywhere, wherever he plays, I think it's going to be hard for the batters to pick him. Because firstly, batters most of the times do not read the spinners with while watching them with the watching how they're leaving the ball with their hand. So I think whoever does that automatically plays spin well. But reading, even if you look at what he's bowling by the hand, it's very hard to pick what he's going to bowl.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of variety he has.
The mystery spinner. So, yeah, top order failure, Hardik's scratchiness, determination by Stubbs and Katseya. Varun Chakravarthy's fifer, all are the major highlights at Haibeha in this second
The
T20.
only bright spot for India there being Varun
Varun
Chakravarthy.
Chakravarthy and Ravi Bishnoi yet again.
Bishnoi to an extent.
So 8 overs, 6 for 38. The spinners did their job as always. So Aksar 27 of 21. Rinku. Rinku's having a
batting
good
too
match.
loud.
Most of the batters struggled. on
See, there was
this.
something to do with the pitch as well. I felt. You know that Rinku dismissal. I think the ball stopped on him.
Yeah.
So and
It's a typical Haibeha wicket.
yeah,
Typical.
and given some of the South African dismissals as well, you know the way Klaasen got cleaned up. The
Look
way
at Simlane's dismissal. Except for David Miller, everybody else played bad shots to it. I mean, what was
Miller got a
the
piece.
idea of promoting a Marco Jansen? What were they doing? I mean, are they wanting to commit deliberate harakiri? I don't understand. South Africa.
that was X factor.
I really don't know. Because Marco Jansen, yes, may have had some good knocks, but that was after several ages, so that's why. So let's take a couple of comments. Sarthak Arya is saying, Sky has just taken a new locker in a bank branch in Haibeha.
Haibeha.
Tomorrow he will go and keep Aksar's 3 overs and it will be saved there for future use.
Good.
By the way, this is the third T20 where it's been held.
Centurion.
Centurion.
Fourth and finalist, Johannesburg.
Joburg. Okay. Alligator Walker's election.
This is a good comment actually.
Tristan
Stubbs.
Stubbs.
The one that
career
Shivam
graph.
has written.
Yeah.
The one that Shivam has written.
Tristan Stubbs' career graph continues to rise in all 3 formats. A true generational talent. Also, good news for DC. Can he carry the legacy of AB? We all thought it was Devold Brevis who could do that.
Yeah.
It's
No, I like both of them equally.
I think-
Tristan Stubbs also, I remember, just came like Devold Brevis only. It was a very brief period when I think he was just 19 when he first time came into the
Mumbai
IPL,
Indians.
Mumbai
Mumbai
Indians,
Indians.
and then sort of went away, wasn't to be seen for a very long time, and then suddenly this rise again. And I like him since the time he was in Mumbai Indians because he was making the right noises. Same with Devold Brevis. He has came in, made the right noises. Now he's nowhere to be seen. I think he'll come back
Mumbai
again.
did,
But Tristan Stubbs truly.
Mumbai
class
did a
player.
CSK to Devold Brevis.
Yeah.
Didn't feature him much. He was a great player of spin.
Just played one season, one
that's
complete
it.
season.
But I will wait for Tristan Stubbs. But he's far better than Jake Fraser McGurk.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Far
I
better.
feel so.
Better, I'd say he looks like a more complete batter than McGurk.
Of course.
Jake Fraser McGurk again. I'm not a too big fan.
See,
of him.
I'm anyway telling you, Jake Fraser McGurk is going to Punjab Kings. He's
Yeah,
not getting picked
That's
by
happening. That's
Delhi
actually
Capitals.
happening. Or he's going to
Nathan Ellis, Jake
RCB.
Fraser McGurk are no, they are going to
Courtesy-
Punjab Kings.
Courtesy Uncle Ponting.
Yes, courtesy Ricky.
Rishabh Pant here, Rahul, Nuggets, all
Even AB de Villiers has also said that RCB might not go for
Pant.
a punt, but
Punt.
there are a couple of other franchises that might actually go for the formal DC.
Everyone
formal
has
DC
opened their
captain.
YouTube. Everyone is
Yeah.
given their.
Yeah.
You can check out
Point
that
of
video.
view.
What is Ash Anna saying?
Ash Anna has done 1-1 on every team. on both his channels.
I've not really
Tamil
heard
and Hindi.
Ash Anna's mojo on what
20
he's done.
videos, 20 reviews he has done. And all.
Nice.
Who's this producer? I really want to meet his producer. Who's churning this content?
Okay,
out.
okay.
Priyanshu is saying win or loss doesn't matter. I want these IPL superstars to play on more tricky
Yes.
pitches. Chakravarthy will push Kuldeep in T20 and GG backs him. Akshar should have bowled. Katsey has raised his auction price.
That's definitely he has done because of his hitting ability.
Yep. Freaking awesome. Not taking away the credit from Varun Chakaravarthy, but South Africa haven't improved even a tiny bit in playing spin. They are terrible against spin. Totally agree. Even England improved their skills against spin a bit. What?
Yeah.
Which England team is he talking
Look
about?
at the
Freaking
Pakistan
awesome.
series.
Noman Ali and Sajid Khan took 39 of the 40 wickets, and one more went to Zahid Mahmood, the leg spinner. So please, it's not going to happen. England cannot, never will improve against spin. Can't.
You know, one of the good things that happened last night was that I was speaking to an England journalist. I was telling him that, you know, I have a personal feeling that baseball has been a complete failure. And his next message was, bye-bye. That's it. I'm like, what did I do, mate?
You have one less follower on Twitter and Instagram.
I mean, see, that's what he spoke the truth. That's what happens to people who speak the truth.
And he also said that, you know, he doesn't care about the World Test Championship.
Of course.
I was
Because
like,
England are not making it, he'll definitely not care.
Yeah.
So, that's terrible.
Not
That-
surprised.
Not at all surprising. So, Harsh Kedia, Maxwell, Smith, Warner, Stark, Stoinis, Marsh, Inglis, Zampa. Who would Punjab target? All of them?
Everyone.
I have a feeling that they will, more than likely, they'll go for Smith, Warner. Smith could very well be their captain, assuming they're not able to pick Rishabh Pant. Stoinis, Marsh,
Stark?
definitely Zampa.
I don't think Zampa might register also. Is he registered in the auction?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has. Yeah, he has.
Okay. So,
Former Punjab player.
yeah, Stoinis is a
He
former
is, he
Punjab.
is. Out of these former Punjab players are Maxwell, Stoinis. That's it, yeah.
That's
Maxwell and Stoinis, yeah.
Even wasn't English?
No.
No. Nathan Ellis. That was Ellis. Ellis.
Yes, and Jampa and same. But
Could happen. Punjab might do the unthinkable.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
let's see. So, tomorrow we'll be joining you very early in the morning because Gautam Gambhir's press conference is going to happen in Mumbai at 9. So, lot of talking points will emerge from that. We'll be bringing you live updates as and when it happens. So,
Also, because I don't get to say this very often, the Premier League weekend has ended. It started with Manchester United playing Leicester at home.
And-
Manchester United won 3-0.
oh, so your
That's-
predictions come.
That's the only clean sheet we saw in today's Premier League action. It was followed by Nottingham Forest hosting Newcastle. Newcastle winning 3-1.
Nice.
Spurs lost at home to Ipswich 1-2. And Chelsea have just drawn with Arsenal with a late goal being scored by Pedro Neto. In fact, came in the 70th minute. Martinelli had scored for Arsenal. It ended in 1.
Nice.
The other day I was watching this match of Chelsea versus Noah, 6-0, where they won.
8-0, no?
8-0.
8-0. Well, that Armenian side in the Europa League, right?
I think it was the Europa League.
Yeah.
Okay. But freaking awesome. So, sir, on flat tracks, England can play spin decently. What? Where? In India, they lost and wasn't ranked turners then. So,
England are
England
decent.
can't
England
miss.
are decent in T20s and horrendous in tests and ODIs.
playing spin.
Yeah.
Say that. They have gotten more test wins also. Let's be honest about it. So, that's about it. Tomorrow, we'll join you early morning for the Gambhir press conference. We'll all be there with you. So, allow us. Let's call it a night. So, from me, Shashwat, Harshit, and
How can you ask us to
Gulati.
allow you? You are our boss.
I'm not
Or you
your
are the
boss.
self-proclaimed
And
boss.
in case you missed it, Shashwat's leave
Yes! It's been
Good
cancelled.
night.
So Shashwat will be
Good
here in
night.
the Sports Today studio every day. He thought he won't be there on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Harshit sir,
Friday,
please,
Saturday,
can we
Sunday.
not? Please, can we not? This will be
It won't happen. Lightning won't strike at the same time. So you'll see Shashwat also tomorrow. So bye bye. Thank you. Nandri, Vanakkam, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair. Eat your vegetables and
don't trouble them.
thank you. Bye bye.
forward.
Sanket, yes, I read your comment.